Well, recently, Marvel has made a lot of headlines as it seems they are trying to reverse course on what has been not the best when it comes to since Endgame in terms of the movies and shows that they've been putting out. So they're much more reactive to what people would like. And it seems we have a rumor that perhaps Sydney Sweeney could be coming to the MCU and what I actually think would be a role that would make sense for her. So we're going to talk about that and I get some thoughts on it. So, hi, I'm Jared with Capture the Magic. Again, the article here is from Comic Basics and some other places that picked this up as well. This is a rumor that's been floating out for a little bit. I've seen it on Twitter, X also. But headline is Sydney Sweeney coming to the MCU to steal Tom Holland from Zendaya? It says Sydney Sweeney and Zendaya are currently one of the most popular young actresses. Zendaya and Sydney Sweeney have both appeared in Euphoria, the HBO drama series created by Sam Levinson, but both have ventured into the superhero genre. Zendaya is already an MCU veteran, starring in MCU Spider-Man Home trilogy. And if the rumors in the last couple of months are correct, Sweeney might join her. Sweeney recently played Madam Web, playing the role of Julia Cornwall, aka Spider-Woman. The movie was a major flop, losing tons of money for the studio, and we're still not sure whether the movie will ever get a sequel, despite clearly setting up the whole thing revolving around Spider-Woman. It probably won't, but Sydney Sweeney actually did gain popularity off of that movie because she kind of leaned into it, of it being bad, and it turned out well for her. However, soon after the movie was released, Sweeney allegedly met with Marvel Studios execs to discuss potential roles for the actress, and some insider sources claim that the actress will be portraying Black Cat in the MCU, a character bound to be introduced in the upcoming Spider-Man 4. And once again, if the rumors are correct, so take this with a grain of salt. So what's this about the title? Well, fans are worried that Sweeney's Black Cat will become Spider-Man's romantic interest in the movie, effectively stealing Peter Parker from Zendaya's MJ. Says Zendaya and Tom Holland, her co-star in Spider-Man films, officially confirmed their relationship. Blah, 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 blah. I don't care about their actual relationship. If you remember in Spider-Man No Way Home, MJ was among the people who forgot all about Peter Parker, who Strange cast his spell, meaning the pair is supposedly no longer dating, and MJ resuming her normal life with the acceptance into MIT. So that's why Black Cat is somebody who obviously is a romantic interest of Spider-Man. So if the people of the current, Spider-Man trilogy don't remember him, Black Cat would make a lot of sense as to give him a love interest and sort of a love triangle, if you will, in a story that they've done with Spider-Man. So in the sense of that, and Black Cat is always coming on to Spider-Man very, I guess you call tantalizing. So it would make sense for Sydney Sweeney to be in that role. I don't think a lot of people would be mad about that. I'll put it that way. The confusing relationship between MJ and Parker means that the studio can introduce a new potential love interest for the web slinger. Black Cat and Spider-Man have a romantic relationship in the comics. Their relationship began in the late 70s, and they have had an on-again, off-again romance throughout various storylines. There's no reason not to attempt it in the MCU as well. Sweeney is friends with both, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. Okay. So, rumor-wise, it does make sense. I think if you did put Sydney Sweeney in this movie, I don't think she's enough to, let's say, really make a movie, make a ton of money or make $1 billion. But I definitely think being a Spider-Man movie that people already enjoy those movies. I still hold Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 are better movies than the current, home series of Spider-Man, but they're enjoyable movies. I think if you add Sydney Sweeney into that with Black Cat, I definitely think that would be a lot of interest to people. And, I think it would be leaning into good casting. I actually think that would be pretty solid casting from the comic book wise if they keep true to that. So I don't know how much credence this has. I definitely think if Marvel did this, it would be a smart move. I think that would be pretty good on the casting. I think there's a lot of interest for Sydney Sweeney for multiple reasons, I'm sure, by many different people, but she is very popular out there. So I actually think it would make a lot of sense to, include Black Cat, but if Sydney Sweeney were playing her, it also would make sense there. So we potentially could see that. Now, I don't think that I've seen anything specific on the next Spider-Man movie of like when that's supposed to come out or any details of that matter. I'm not even sure if Sony and Marvel / Disney even have a current agreement because Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man. Essentially, they rent those out to Marvel, and then the split. I think Sony gets like 75% of the movie cut. Marvel gets 25%, something like that. So I haven't heard anything on if that deal. I think that deal was done in the last movie, so I haven't heard if there's been renewed. I haven't heard any details, but I guess that would have to be confirmed before this would be confirmed. But if that is the case, that they are going to make another one of these movies with Marvel and Sony together, that this would make a lot of sense. But I guess we'll have to wait and see if it does come to fruition. But on its face, I think it could work. But obviously, you got to have good writing, good acting, good directing, all that stuff to really make it work. But that's going to though be it for this video. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to the channel as we do lots of coverage here of pop culture and theme parks. And let us know in the comments, do you think Sydney Sweeney would make a good Black Cat in a Spider-Man movie? And until next time, we will see you later.